Hey, what's up, everybody? What's up? Anthony Morrison here, and welcome to tonight's Success Connection. Welcome. If you guys are excited to be here, just going to give me a yes in the chat box. Just, look, we never do this when we start up the webinar. Why don't you go in and just put in the chat box, just put in your name and where you are from. Your name and where you are from. That way I can see a good long list of everybody that's here. I'm working to get my camera on here in just a second, but just put in your name, where you're from. I'm excited to have you all here with me tonight on the Success Connection as we kind of dive a little deeper into building your business, helping you be successful, hopefully helping you make some good money, and looking forward to what's to come, right? What's the end goal here as we kind of approach, if you will, the new year, right? Coming faster than most of us care to acknowledge, you know what I mean? So excited to have everybody. I see tons of people just putting in the chat box. There's tons and tons of you. Listen, let's do a little something. We do this kind of, there we go. Finally got this up. Sorry for the glow here. This is a lamp in this room, and it's the only light that I have, or else it'd be in the dark. So sorry, I look like I'm glowing. Or maybe I can, let's see if that kind of works. I know it might be a little bit fuzzy. One moment, okay? One moment, let's try to set this thing up right. All right, so I want to turn on that. All right, that's a ceiling fan that I have that has a light. All right, that's a little bit, possibly a little better. I may have to turn that off in a minute because it's so bright. But what I want you guys to do is go ahead and go to the Facebook group. You see the link right there on the screen, go.bsc.com/Facebook. Go to the Facebook group right now and let everybody know you are live on the Success Connection. And Nick, let's go ahead and let's give away, let's give away 4 people $50, Nick. 4 people will get $50. We'll tag you on Facebook if you are the winner. Just go to the Facebook group and let everybody know you're live on the Success Connection, right? So what we want to do is flood the Facebook group. Everybody, we're live on the Success Connection. I know a lot of you have been posting your hashtag 1K, and that is because you are obviously kind of in the mix to win that free business. I'm not gonna lie, this is too hot for me. This thing is like smoking hot, so I think we're gonna nix that and just go with a little darker thing. It'll be all right. So yeah, go to the Facebook group, put that on the Facebook group. Nick is going to select 4 people here in the next, let's call it a couple of minutes here to get a cash prize just for letting everybody know you are live on the Success Connection. All right, seems like a simple thing to do. Tonight I've got some awesome stuff in store for you. We are going to be doing email writing, okay, email copywriting, and really getting ready to launch your business. How many of you are here for the first time? Just type the number 1 in. If this is your first time with us, first time you've been here. Katie, what's up? How are you? All right, Melanie, your name is so familiar to me. My CPAs, I have one CPA firm. They have 2 CPAs that are on my account, and both their names are Melanie. So I was calling them the Melanies. So that's it. Welcome. Glad you are here for your first time. John, welcome to you for your first time. I see tons of people that are here for the first time. Listen, if you are here for the first time, important thing to note, the Success Connection and what we're about to go over tonight, it really doesn't have anything to do specifically with any course that you've purchased or that you may be taking with us. It's not a continuation of the Partner with Anthony training, the Ambassador training, or anything like that. What this is, and it's really exciting. It's a place where we do a lot of stuff for you. We build businesses for you, and when we build those businesses, we kind of launch them with you, if that makes sense. So we build them for you, but we build them with you, and all of them will work hand in hand with what you're learning through the courses. So it's not like that this is like totally separate and takes you away from the course. It's just another thing that I do to provide you, hopefully, with some value and an opportunity to win. Let me tell you guys something that I think is massively important. How many of you are, I would say, like, this whole building a business on the internet thing is new to you, right? Like, it's a new thing that you're stepping into. You're kind of putting your toe in the water, but you're not like all in yet, but it's a new thing for you. Just say yes if that's you, okay? I see lots and lots and lots of people saying yes. Lots of people. Some of you have been here forever, which is great. By forever, I mean you've been on the Success Connection for 7 years. All right, so let me explain something to some of you that are new, okay? Or maybe those of you that are here, but you're just kind of dipping your toe in the water. Being successful online, it's really an all-in or an all-out type thing, okay? What that means is you've got to be all in. You got to commit to it if you want to be successful. And if you don't, what's going to happen is opportunity after opportunity after opportunity are going to pass you by. You will see other people making money, other people being successful, but not you. And then you will begin to get very cynical, right? When I was growing up, we call it jaded, right? Where you almost hate the people that are successful, right? You almost dislike that person because well, you weren't successful, right? And the reality is that a lot of times we're not successful because we don't get off the ground. We don't commit to something. We don't truly just go all in on it. I'm gonna give you an example. So I've been piddling around with cryptocurrency, okay? And I always make excuses for why I don't buy crypto, all right? Most of the time, and I'm gonna show you in a second, most of the time it's because I say to myself, I'm like, like this doesn't, why would I want to do that? It's a lot of trouble. It takes a lot of effort, you know? And I'm just always like, I don't really want to do this, you know? I don't feel like doing it. Well, I have missed out. I've watched so many people make money in the crypto space while I haven't really made any money until just recently. Have I made any money in the crypto space? And I was one of those people that maybe it's just like you, super cynical about, you know, all those people that have made money, you know, in crypto, and I couldn't make it and all that, until I stopped and realized that the only thing that was holding me back from being successful in this thing that I didn't understand was me. It was that I didn't take a chance. I didn't get out of my own freaking way and do something. I just sat around watching everybody else do it and then made a million excuses to why I could not do it, right? Now I basically got in and I said, I got motivated for a minute. All of you, there's a point to this story, and it's not about crypto. It's about me doing something that I didn't understand, me doing something that I didn't know. Much like what all of you are doing. Maybe you don't understand building your online business. You don't truly know building your online business. It's something new for you, and you see other people doing it, and you get really mad because you're not the one being successful. Trust me, I've been there, okay? Because all my friends are making millions of dollars in crypto, and I'm not. So I went in and I said, you know what? It was earlier this year. I said, I'm doing it. I'm not piddling around anymore. I'm doing it. And I bought some crypto, okay? I'm looking at my account right now, and I have $392,000 in this particular one. One coin that I bought, I'm up $77,000 on. Bitcoin, I'm up 39,000. This stupid Shiba coin, I'm up like 3,000. I basically Ethereum, I'm up 8,700. And there's a few others that I bought, but let me tell you, there's a reason I'm telling you the story. The other night, actually 2 nights ago, I watched a YouTube video, okay? You guys, it's me on the other side of the equation. I watched a YouTube video from somebody who was really smart, knew his stuff, and he said, I think that this coin is going to do really well. It wasn't a pump and dump thing. So I think this coin's going to do really well, and I'm buying some. I'm bullish on this. And so I went to my app to buy it, and it was a little complicated. First of all, I had to, set up an account in a different place, then I had to spend a few $100s on some gas fees and all this crap, And so finally I got down to it, and I was literally at the point where I was about to purchase it, and I was going to buy $5,000 worth of it, because I truly believe that this guy on YouTube is telling the truth. And it was so complicated, right, to me, because it was so foreign to me, that I X'd out of the process and I quit. Today, that coin, as I sit right here and look, it's up 1,472%. 1,472%. For those of you that are not great at math, I Googled it before I got on here tonight. I would have made 70 grand off of my $5,000 investment. The only reason I didn't do it is because it was a little difficult, because it took a little bit of effort, because it wasn't something that was simple. I had somebody tell me what to do. I had somebody show me why I should do it. And then I learned and had the knowledge, right? But I didn't implement. And because I didn't implement, I didn't make $70,000 today. Would have been amazing, right? But I didn't win because I got in my own way. I tell you that to tell you this. I know that a lot of you get in your own way. I know that a lot of you are presented with an offer, whether it's my YouTube masterclass or my ambassador program, these things, and you're like, okay, these things, and I'm telling you, these things can make you money. These things will, if you implement them properly, they will make you money. But you get in your own way because you say, well, there's an investment. That's what I did. I did the same thing. I said, I'm not spending $200 on gas fees, which that's just like, fees to do this. I'm not doing that. So I picked up 200 to lose 70 grand. Not smart, right? And there's a lesson in that. And that's the whole point. Look, I love to tell you my big wins, and when we've made successful things. My YouTube channel's killing it. I'm about to be at 90,000 subscribers. We made $23,000 or $21,500 this month already. I love to tell you all of the wins, but I also love to tell you the losses too. I love to tell you when it doesn't work out, when I don't do the right thing, when I do exactly what I'm telling you not to do, right? Because I want you to see that even somebody successful, even somebody that teaches people just like you to get out of your own way, even somebody that tells you all the time, investing in your success is smart. It's not stupid. Spending your money on courses or training or traffic, clicks, whatever, it's not dumb. It's smart, right? Because those big wins, like that 1,400% win, the only way you can achieve those is if you have invested in your success, if you have put yourself in the place to learn, and then if you have taught yourself to implement what you learn. One of the biggest problems we have in our community is we have a lot of people learning, right? A ton of people learning. But we have a lot of those people not implementing. You're doing exactly what I did today, or I guess yesterday, by not purchasing the coin that I just was taught to purchase. You know what I mean? And I missed out on it, right? And you're doing the same thing. You're missing out on revenue. You're missing out on profits. You're missing out on opportunity. You're missing out on what I feel is the one of the greatest times in history to build your business, right? Everybody's online right now. I was just doing a call today. I have my quarterly profit boot camp, right? Profit plan boot camp. And I was showing everybody in that boot camp, I was showing them how this month I'm making money on YouTube videos that I posted in April of 2020. April of 2020. Think about that. Still making me money. Thousands of dollars just because I did something last year. There's no greater time than right now to not learn, but to implement what you learn. So what I'm going to teach you tonight is how to write these emails, okay? I'm going to show you. I'm going to give you some. I'm going to ask you to write some. I'm going to teach you. And I want you to make a commitment to yourself to implement, not to just learn, but to implement what you are learning. How many of you are willing to implement and make that commitment? Just say yes in the chat box. All right. I see lots of yeses already coming in. I don't want anybody else to lose out on 1,400%. You see what I'm saying? And no, this was not a lesson about crypto. It was a lesson about knowledge is power, but only in the hands of someone who actually uses it. Think about that. Knowledge is power, but only in the hands of someone who actually uses it. I want you to be powerful, but in order to do that, you have to use your knowledge. You have to invest in yourself. You have to continue to go through our ecosystem. You have to continue to educate yourself. If you need help with emails, then check out some of my email courses. If you want to make more money with Partner with Anthony, don't shun the ambassador program because it truly works. Like if you want to build a YouTube business, make sure that you get that YouTube masterclass and that business builder course so that you can actually do this. Like the point is, don't sit on the sideline if you have the capability of being an all-star. See what I'm saying? So I've done it. I do it every day, right? The difference is I recognize when I do it, and then I get on myself, and then I don't make that same mistake twice, right? So I want all of you to have that same opportunity and that same level of success, okay? All right. Let's talk email marketing, okay? Let's talk email marketing. Let's talk funnels. Let's talk about the business that I have built you. Let's just pull this up. Let's go up here and look at this business. All right. So I gave you guys and have given you this business right here. It's the affiliate selling system. Okay. It's the affiliate selling system, and it's basically designed, all right, to help you make money as an affiliate, but also help you make money as an affiliate through long-term monetization. Okay. So long-term monetization, which means monetizing not just today, but obviously throughout the course of time, okay? And so this is the most important thing. Now, I will say, let me look here. I'm gonna make a little note on this. I have to, there we go, there's my webcam. All right, so over the course of time, we send people through multiple phases of this business. So phase one, as you can see right here, is an automated webinar. All right. So this is bringing people in through this phase, teaching them how and why they should buy this product through a webinar format. Okay. The product that you are selling in this particular business is the YouTube Business Builder. All right. This is a product that I have already created, and it's a product that you get to sell. You basically get to be an affiliate for it, and I build you the entire thing. Okay, basically completely free, right? And so everything is set up for you. All right, it's the automated webinar. It's filmed for you. I filmed it, and I give you the webinar. All right, so you don't have to worry about that. So you get the webinar. Okay. You've got the entire automated webinar set up, ready to go, ready to knock out. That's phase one. Phase two is where we go through what we call a closeout phase. Okay, so closeout phase is where we essentially close down the offer, right? We close it down. No more availability. All right, I'm going to run through these quickly because then we're going to write emails for them. All right, so closing it down, we have 24-hour closing. That creates this massive amount of FOMO, and then we do a 48-hour reopen. All right, so we reopen this opportunity, 48 hours, and then we go silent after those 48 hours. Okay, and we do what we call phase three, which is the product launch formula phase. This is where we just dial in the exact right mix of content over the course of multiple days, PLF1, PLF2, and PLF3, so that we can generate more sales, right? PLF3, the last day is where we make a sale. So you can see we go to sales page. Then we offer a 48-hour close, 24-hour close, and then we shut this thing down. This whole thing, if I pinch this so you can see it, look how big that is. That is the entire massive funnel, if you will, right? And sequence that people are going to go through, okay? So I think this will be, will be massively beneficial to all of you, because this is pretty incredible, right? This is a pretty incredible thing. Like, this is massive. And what happens is, as I've told you, is throughout these different phases, okay, we are selling to people in different ways. We are not selling to people in the same way each time. So that means webinars are long form. They require an hour and a half of somebody's time. A replay allows people to watch it, stop it, pause it, come back, those types of things. The PLF pages are content broken down into small pieces and delivered over a series of days, all right? I have built all of these pages for you, all right? So that's thing number one, is all of that is built for you, okay? Let me just show you real quick, because that's, let's see, I think it's in here. So all of it is built for you so that you don't have to do it. You have all of your opt-in pages here. You have the affiliate selling system webinar. This is the automated webinar, okay? It's right here, all right? You then have the PLF pages right here. You have the reopen pages and the closing pages. We've built all these pages out for you. So the good news for you is you don't have to start from scratch and try to do anything at all. We're actually just going to do all of it for you. And it's already all done. All these pages are built. In fact, for those of you that are new, we have this Success Connection Student Center, and down here at the very bottom, here we go, you will notice that all of this is down here. Here's your opt-in pages and your thank you pages, your automated webinar, your 24-hour closing page, your reopen page, and your PLF sequence pages. Meaning, all of those pages that we just talked about, all of these pages, all of these things, they're done, and they're done for you, okay? You don't actually have to do anything, all right, at all. All you've got to do is just download what I gave you, okay, and import it into your ClickFunnels account. It's that simple. You don't even have to build anything. All the videos are done, all the buy buttons are done. Everything is done for you, okay? This is a great type of business, okay? I think this would be a great type of business for, I'm trying to think, like for anybody who is looking towards or looking forward to having the opportunity to run one self-contained ecosystem already done for you that actually sells a good product that makes you good money, right? And I think all of you probably want that. I would hope anyway. I cannot for sure state that you do, but I think that you probably do, okay? Now, with that said, what is it that we need to complete this? I've built all the pages for you. They're all done. So what's next? What comes next? Well, the next thing is you got to have emails that connect all of these funnels, okay? So this is the email, let's see, this is the email sequences for the affiliate selling system, okay? This is the email sequences for the affiliate selling system. Let's make this copy a little bigger so that you can see it. I might make this a little bigger. So I'm going to write this in 24-point font. When you get this file that I give you, you may want to make it a little smaller. You don't want to obviously use it for 24-point font, but important. All right, so let's look at phase one, the automated webinar. what email sequences do we need there? We need, I would assume, we need emails. Let's see, we need the push to replay sequence, all right? So we need that sequence that's going to push people to join the replay, right? Because people register, and then of course we need to push them to join the replay, all right? Phase 2, which is the 24-hour close, we need the it's basically, we need the 24-hour closing sequence. I don't want to say we need that. We basically need a closing in 24 hours email. We need a closing in, usually I do like, it really just depends. Closing in 24 hours, closing in 12 hours. Let's see, email. We need the closing in, I usually do 6 hours email, and then we need the closing in 1 hour email. This is how we usually do it. That's for phase 2, okay? So phase 2 needs these emails right here. Phase 1, okay, needs this email right here, all right? Phase 3, all right, as we kind of roll through our thing, this is the PLF sequence, all right? Basically what you need is, you need an invite to PLF1 email, then we need a invite to PLF2 email, then we need an invite to PLF3 email, then we need a sales email, okay, where we actually sell the product, all right, for that. Then we have phase 4, which is the 48-hour close sequence. And in this one, we need a closing in 48 hours email. Then we need a closing in 24 hours email. Then we need a closing in 12 hours email. Then we need a closing in 6 hours email. Then we need a closing in 1 hour email. Then we send a closed backdoor link email. I'll talk to you about that here in just a second. So these are the emails that we will want to send out, okay? Now, does anybody have any questions so far about that, what these are for? These are emails that are designed, by the way, to just take people through the sequence. Once somebody goes to the automated webinar, obviously you need to remind them to come back and watch the webinar, right? Like that's an important thing. It's not something that you can just ignore. It's something that you have to do, right? So we have to be able, or I'm sorry, we have to focus on this, all right? Let's see. We have to be able to get people back. Then what we have is we have that 24-hour close. Well, how in the world will anybody, how do you create any urgency if you aren't constantly letting people know that there's a close happening? Now, in this particular closing sequence here, you'll notice we send a lot of emails. Remember that the reason we do a closing in 24-hour sequence, all right, is to create FOMO. It's to create the fear that they're going to miss out, all right? And so it is important, it's very important, that we're constantly reminding them and constantly reminding people that, hey, this is going away. You know what I mean? That's important, right? That is, that's something that I think a lot of people miss. If they're doing a 24-hour close, they send one email and says closing in 24 hours, and it's like, that isn't, it's like on Black Friday, right? When these stores do these big discounts, they don't say, hey, there's going to be a discount till midnight, and then they go dark, right? They pound that to you relentlessly, until midnight. You know what I'm saying? And so that's what that's for. What I want to do is spend some time breaking down the keys to each of these emails. All right. So what I'm going to do is kind of go through here. I'm kind of giving you a copy class because I want you to be able to write emails that actually make money. There are so many different ways that we can write these emails, and if you don't write them in a manner that actually elicits response and engagement from people, you won't win, right? Now, am I going to write some of these for you? Absolutely. But in my thinking this week, and you guys know that I spend a lot of time thinking about the success connection. What am I going to teach? What message am I going to deliver? It's kind of funny. I don't go to church anymore. It's not because I don't want to go to church. I'm just always traveling, and so I've really learned to kind of do my own, you know, Bible study, reading, church on television a lot. I've actually do that quite frequently with Alexa. But nevertheless, I was reading about my pastor who was, I guess he was the pastor at our church till I was about 13 or 14 when I think it was like 13 or 14 when I last saw him. And I was just reading about, kind of where he had come from and all the things that are, I guess, that the church has done since I was there, right? So lots and lots of new things, lots and lots of changes and stuff like that. The one thing that stood out to me was that particular church they send a lot of emails, right? It's not typical, I don't think, for churches, but it's a lot of emails. It keeps people, even though maybe when you're not really involved, right? Like, for instance, I never went to church on Wednesdays, and I didn't do a lot of the extracurricular things. We went to church, you know what I mean? But even though that's all we did, we still knew everything that was going on in the church because of all the emails that we got. And this was years ago, and they still send all these emails out. And it made me think about something. And that is that email is not just to create the action that you desire in the very first email. It is also to tell a story, right? And keep people engaged until such time that you do want them to buy something. So what I mean by that is the same reason that you'll get on your phone and you'll do an Instagram story of your whole life, and then you'll go, I don't know, you'll go somewhere and meet somebody in public and they'll be like, oh yeah, I saw that you did da 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 da, and it's because they know everything about you because they've seen it on Instagram. Same thing happens with email. The more emails you send, the more top of mind you are, right? Now, I have a lot of people that complain at me about how many emails we send. I just kind of laugh, because our emails are part of our business model. And if you don't like them, well, I mean, there's an unsubscribe button. Now, if you unsubscribe from them, you can't get them, which means you don't learn from them and you won't have access to anything that's in them. But at the end of the day, we don't run our business based on what other people want us to do. We do what's best for our business. And what's best for our business is to be top of mind. You'll notice that when you get emails from me, they're not just in the morning. You'll get a morning email, an afternoon email, a mid-afternoon email, and a nighttime email. So that anytime you happen to be checking your email, I'm there, top of mind, right? This is a strategy that works really, really well. So when you start thinking about email as more than just words you're typing and sending out, and more like creating a sense of community, creating a sense of awareness, right, and telling a story, you'll win, okay? Now, let's talk about the must-haves in each one of these sequences. So phase one is automate webinar, push to replay sequence. Here are the keys to, let's not make these all, keys to a successful sequence. All right, the keys to a successful sequence here. One is going to be subject lines that remind them they registered for a webinar. Okay, the reason that this is going to work really well is because if I just say, hey, here's this video, you may not be interested. But if I remind you that you registered for a webinar and maybe you missed it, or maybe you attended but you need a replay, it makes you feel like that webinar replay is specific for you for an event that you were supposed to attend. So an example of something like that might be like webinar replay live for 24 hours. You know, something like this, right? This might be an example of a subject line that makes sense, all right? Something that would work, something that gets the point across, limits the availability, all right? But also lets them know it's a webinar replay, all right? Second thing is remind and repeat the hook that got them to register, okay? So here's the thing. A lot of times people just say, here's your replay. Okay, well, if you register for a webinar, okay, and you don't attend, there's a good chance that you probably don't even remember what you registered for or why you registered for it, right? And so what we need to do when we're in this zone and we're writing these replay emails, all right? These are emails that are going out to people who register for the webinar. You need to remind and repeat the hook, okay? For instance, if I use an example, okay, for our YouTube masterclass, some of the stuff that we talk about is free traffic from YouTube videos. We talk about, I hate how it makes it pop up. All right, we talk about, in some cases, $21,000+ per month with no ad spend, right? Things like that. So those are, I'm just giving you examples of things that we talk about. So on my registration page, when I have you register for that webinar, okay, we talk about free traffic from YouTube videos. We talk about $21,000 a month with no ad spend. We talk about, you know, how I got 42,000 clicks without spending any money. Those are the reasons why you registered. So when you send a replay email, you need to remind people of the thing that made them register. Because ultimately, we want to make sure, without a shadow of a doubt, we want to make sure that the person is resold on coming to the event, if that makes sense. Does that make sense, everybody? Yes? And you can use this strategy in these emails, you know, anywhere, right? This is more of a framework that you're getting right now that's going to help you be able to write emails for anything, right? By adding these types of things in. All right, so pushing to the replay sequence, the keys to a successful sequence. Subject lines that remind them that they did register, okay? Remind and repeat the hooks that got them to register, okay? And you want to make sure that there's limited availability, okay? So this might be something like, you know, this replay will only be live for 24 hours, you know, something of that nature. So basically what we're doing is we're putting a time frame on it. In this case, it might be better to do, because of our sequence, it might be better to do a 48-hour replay, right? So that basically, once we get past this sequence, and this is the keys to a successful sequence here, right there, keys to a successful sequence, we move into the 24-hour close, okay? 24-hour close. And the 24-hour close is important because this is where you make a lot of your sales, all right? So let me get down here, keys to a successful sequence on the 24-hour close, all right? So keys to a successful sequence here on the 24-hour close. All right, is your subject lines must have the remaining time listed. So that might mean, as example, this is closing in 24 hours, right? In other words, you don't have a closeout sequence that doesn't mention the time in the subject line. Because remember, emails can be a lot like an Instagram story in that maybe they don't ever open it, right? But let's say they wake up Monday morning and they see an email from you that says, YouTube Masterclass closing in 24 hours, right? So they see that, but they don't click it, they don't open it. But then halfway through the day, it says another subject line pops up, YouTube Masterclass closing in 12 hours. And you're like, okay. And then you get another one that says closing in 6 hours. By the time you get the one that closes in 1 hour, you're like, man, what am I missing? Like, there's a lot going on. People are buying this thing. It's closing down. Maybe I should click it. You know, you remember all day long that it's been going on. It makes it feel like an event. You see what I'm saying? So you want to put this in your subject line. You never want to leave this out of your subject line. Okay? It's a key. All right? Then in the copy, always list the benefits of purchasing the product in the copy. So an example might be, wow, never pay for ads again, right? Or an example might be, generate massive amounts of free traffic, right? So what we're doing is we're pushing through, okay, the benefits of the product and of enrolling in whatever it is you're selling while they're reading the email. Because the whole point is to get as much information in their head as fast as possible because, hey, we're closing, right? It's closing time. All right, so you got to get this going. You don't want to say click and watch this whole webinar again. Yeah, they can up until there's an hour left and then there's not enough time to watch the webinar. But the point is you want to try to resell on the benefits in the email. And then look, always tell them how much time is left and exactly what time it closes. So that might mean midnight tonight. So example would be, there are only 12 hours left for you to enroll. We're closing tonight at midnight. See what I'm saying? You want to be very, very clear, okay? Because when it gets to the point where you're closing down an offer, clarity is key because people are going to want to know, because a lot of people wait till the very end to purchase something. It's just how things go, right? And so it's important for you to make sure, 100% sure, that you tell them how much time is left and at what time you close. I see a lot of people write emails, 12 hours left. And people are like, wait a minute, is it 12 hours from when I open the email, 12 hours from when they sent the email, 12 hours from what, right? So tell them what time it closes. It puts that end in sight, if you will, right? It's like when you say, I don't know, it's like when you say, Christmas is on the 24th. It's like, you got to get everything done for Christmas shopping before the 25th, because that's the date. It's a deadline. I meant Christmas is the 25th. My birthday is the 24th. That's why I made that mistake. So it's on the 25th. So you want to have a deadline and a time, but you also want to tell them what time it closes so it's in their head like, I got to do this before this time, right? These are important things to have in your closing sequence. All right, now in your PLF sequence, okay? And the PLF sequence is important. PLF sequence, the keys to this are, all right, and this is important, keys to the PLF sequence. Keys to the PLF sequence provide massive value in the emails. These emails will be longer and have no sales agenda, okay? Until you get to the sales email. All right, then always promote the fact that it is a 3-video series, okay? So you always want to promote the fact it's a 3-video series. If it's 3, if it's 4, or it's 5, or whatever, however many you choose to do. I mean, in this one that I've done for you, it's 3. So here's the example. Hey, what's up? Anthony Morrison here. So glad you opened this email. Listen, we are doing a 3-part training on how to build your YouTube channel, how to make more money on the internet, and of course, how to drive massive amounts of free traffic, no ad spend, okay, to the offers that you are currently promoting on YouTube in this 3-part training. Now, part number 1 is available right now. You can click this button right here to get access to it. Here's what you're going to learn in part number 1, like video number 1, and then you give them a list of the benefits, right? So this is, again, where I would go in here and say, always list what they will learn in the video you are currently promoting, okay? So it's like, you want to say, this is what you're going to learn. Boom, boom, boom. This is the value. This is where you're providing value. These are the things you're going to learn. Now, let's say the next day, we're sending the email for PLF number 2, okay? So we're sending that. We're saying, listen, if you missed PLF number 1, here's the video for PLF number 1. This is what we learned. Now it's time to talk about video number 2, content piece number 2, right? And you start talking about that, all the benefits, all the things. And again, it's a 3-part series. You want to, every email you want to talk about, it's a 3-part or a 3-video series. And the reason you want to do this is you want it in people's mind to be looking for 3. You don't want them to miss the 3rd one, because the 3rd one is where you're going to sell, right? So very important piece of the puzzle is these particular emails and how to push people through these emails with value, but by setting those hooks and setting those expectations up front so that they go through all of the videos, right? Which is the biggest key, okay? And then you have keys to a successful 48-hour closing sequence, all right? Well, it's going to literally be the same keys that you had in this sequence, right? I mean, it's the same exact stuff. It's just swapping it out with, 48 hours here, right? And, it's the same keys because you're basically now sending people to this particular thing. Now, I will say that this backdoor email link. So here's what we do, okay? Let me just, I think I'm gonna make that its own little sequence, or I'm gonna make that like phase 5. I don't want you to get confused. Let's see, backdoor link. I don't want you to get confused because there's not a phase 5 on the promote, like in the funnel, but when it comes to emails, this one might be a little bit different where we send this email, okay? And then the keys to us, this is not really a sequence, but the keys to a successful email here are, let's see, letting people know the offer closed, selecting a small few people to get a backdoor link for 24 hours, right? What I usually do is send this email to the openers of my 48-hour close sequence. So here's what you do. You basically say, hey, listen, we know that you were interested in YouTube Masterclass. And so what we did was we took a small group of people that we know are interested, okay? And we've left this link open. We've got this backdoor link for you to get enrolled for 24 hours because we know for some people, you just couldn't get it completed last night, right? So for the next 24 hours, you have a backdoor link to this that nobody else has, and only a small group of people have. And what I do is I send that out to the people that had opened my 48-hour close emails, right? Because now I'm telling the truth. It is a small group of people that gets this email. It's not everybody. It's a small group, but it's the most active group. It's the people that are super interested. It's the people that are actually taking action. Those are the people that you have a chance to sell if you haven't yet already sold them after all of the stuff that we've just gone through, right? This document right here outlines for you the keys to being successful in writing these emails, and it also gives you and tells you which emails to write. Push to the replay sequence. I would probably write at least 3 emails pushing people to the email sequence, or back to the replay sequence. Then you have 4 emails right here. You have 4 emails right here, so that's 8 and 3 is 11. And then you have 5 emails right here, so 16 emails, and then 1 here, 17. So you have about 17 emails, okay, in this entire platform, if you will, like to push people through this whole thing, okay? 17 emails. Now, here's where we get a lot of fun, right? So you guys are promoting or not promoting, but posting in the Facebook group every day. At least I think you are, because basically that was your homework. I said, sorry, I said next week I'm giving away this free business, which I'm going to be doing. If you do this this type of homework here, I might try to lasso this and copy it. I don't know if you can do that. No, that just makes it move. Okay. Well, I'll have to rewrite it. So let me just show you what I'm going to do for next week, right? I decided I was going to do this because I thought it would be fun. We are going to have an email writing contest. All right. And here's what you do. Write 17 emails to complete the sequence for your new business. Okay? You write those. And then I want you to post in the Facebook group a link to the file. Okay? And put hashtag 1K emails. 1K emails. Here's what's going to happen. I'm going to pick 10 winners of $100 next week. Okay? Plus, if you do this, I will include, you in a separate $1,000 per week business giveaway. So here's what that means. That means you guys were all jazzed about that $1,000 a week business giveaway, which, by the way, I'm still doing. So number 2 is basically this. I wish you could copy. I don't think you can. I have to write it again. I'm giving away a 1,000 per week business. And here's how you win. 1, attend every Success Connection. till November 15th. Okay, I'm gonna try to write in the same order. Post in Facebook group every day. I think I just said until then. Yeah, until November 15th. Okay, until November 15th with hashtag 1K. You must put in your post, right? Try to make sure everybody understands this. You must put that in your post, right? And the winner will be picked on November 18th. Now, here's the thing. I know that a lot of times you guys don't implement, right? Remember we talked about this at the beginning of tonight's lesson? You don't implement. You listen, you learn, but you don't do, and I don't like it. So I'm giving you a massive incentive. If you write these emails and you post them in the Facebook group and you use this hashtag, you must use this hashtag right here. All right. I am going to give away, maybe I won't call it a separate because that'll confuse people. I'm going to call it a second, okay, a second $1,000 a week business giveaway. This is a business that's making $1,000 a week. You'll get it completely free. There are two opportunities to win a business that's already making $1,000 a week. There's no catch to this, by the way. The simplest one, which will have the least amount of people participating, is writing these emails. Do you have to write epic emails? No. Am I judging you based on if you wrote them right? No. You will be included in this giveaway, which I will announce a second winner on November 18th, and it will be from a small pool of people because it will only be from the people that wrote these emails, right? And if I get you, if you win, like boom, you're in business, done, right? With $1,000 a week business. But here's the cool part. You don't have to be a copywriting genius. You just have to do the work. Just do the work and post it in our Facebook group. Let me be very clear. Okay, let me be very, very clear on this. Okay, I'm gonna write this out to the side because all of you are gonna probably do this now. Here we go. Must be posted in group by Wednesday at 5 p.m. Central Standard Time. Not CSI, Anthony, CST. All right, CST. You cannot do this at the last minute because we will not have a chance to pull those emails in and review. Okay, so you must put this in a file. You can write it online. You can write it in a Word doc. Doesn't matter to me. You just have to post the link to it so we can download it and review it by next Wednesday at 5 p.m. Central Standard Time. How many of you are good with that? Just say yes. All right. I see lots and lots and lots of yeses. This is the cool stuff. Now, I'm going to be giving you this file tonight that has all of this in here. You get this file tonight. Recall that I showed all of you. Let me just kind of move this around. Hold on. I don't actually know where my files went. Hold on. I got all these windows open, and so let me close some of them and get some of them back up. All right. I think this is where I want to go. Right here. Okay. So remember I told all of you have this Success Connection Student Center. This is your student center that you can come to and download anything you need, do whatever you need to do right here on the Success Connection, okay? Let me go through this with you real quick because I know we're over time. You can join our Facebook group right here. If you don't join our Facebook group, there's no chance for you to win either one of these things, right? Because they have to be posted. You have to post in our Facebook group every day in order for one submission, and the other one you'll have to post your attempt at writing these 17 emails between now and next Wednesday will have to be posted here, okay? Second thing is follow me on YouTube to get weekly free training. I'm doing free trainings every single day almost on YouTube. Follow me on YouTube, it's completely free. Third thing is you need to subscribe to the Facebook alerts. These Facebook alerts, for instance, When we release new things for the Success Connection, we'll send you a Facebook message and let you know. We do not bombard you. We never send more than one message in a week, right? So it makes sense to subscribe to these if you haven't already, just so you don't miss out on anything. ClickFunnels. If you don't have ClickFunnels, you need to get it. I won't spend a lot of time on this tonight. ClickFunnels, we got you a free trial to ClickFunnels. You can click right here and get it. This is completely free. It costs you nothing. I don't even think they ask for your credit card number. But you need that in order to build these funnels, right? In order to get all these funnels that we've built for you, we give these to you completely free, but you can't access them without ClickFunnels, okay? So let me reiterate. They're done for you. They're ready. They're all the funnels that these emails are going to connect, but you have to download those funnels into ClickFunnels, okay? So if you don't have ClickFunnels, get it tonight. The second thing is, or the next thing is, you'll see all these yellow lines. These represent businesses we've built for you. If you're new to the Success Connection, we don't, take things away that just because you haven't been here. You can download all the funnel assets and business assets from all the times that we've been doing this. If you scroll down, you'll just see tons and tons and tons and tons of these, right? Just tons of them. All these represent businesses that you can download. But the one thing I want you to do is go down here to the affiliate selling system, okay? And I want you to make sure that you go through and download this stuff. Download your opt-in and thank you page, your automated webinar for ClickFunnels, your 24-hour closing page, your reopen page, your PLF sequence pages, and then your launch emails have a download button available, right? So you will be able to actually download these. So I can always tell y'all, I'm on a page that I built and launched earlier today, a preview page. So this file, my team is uploading it right now, so it should be there already because I just wrote it. So so you can basically get this file now, okay, and be ready to rock and roll. Now this is basically the email outline, right, that you'll need to use in order to write all of your emails, right? So it would basically be this file right here that's going to give you the entire outline and blueprint for how to write these emails for next week. Now, how do you get to this page? Pretty simple, okay? You're going to go right here to go.dsc.com/funnel, and you're going to put in this password. The password is cash flow, right? So the password is cash flow. So you're going to go to go.dsc.com/funnel, and you're going to put in the password cash flow. What that's going to do is get you into our Student Resource Center, okay, which is going to let you have access to the links that you see right here, right? So it's going to give you access to the Success Connection Student Resource Center. That's going to give you the ability to go in here and do the things that I told you to do. Make sure that you download everything. Make sure that you get ClickFunnels. Here's the thing. If you want to be successful with this, you got to start doing. Remember, as we opened up with tonight, that there's this, knowledge is not power unless it's in the hands of people that actually use it, right? And that's very, very important. It should reign true to you. You should really think about that, because no matter how much knowledge I give you, no matter how much I teach you, no matter how much I educate you, you're never going to do better than you're doing today if you don't take that knowledge and use it, right? So I'm incentivizing you right now as a whole community, as the thousands and thousands of people that get on here, to use the knowledge that I'm giving you, right? You want to win a business that's making $1,000 a week? All you got to do is do the work, do that homework, right? Write those emails and make sure that you put them into our Facebook group. It's so very simple to do. Again, here is your homework. It's the email writing contest. You're going to write the 17 emails using that outline and template that I just built for you. Okay, you're going to post that in the Facebook group with hashtag 1K emails. That's going to get you in your own private selection for one of these businesses. And then you will have to post every single day in the Success Connection until November 15th and make a post that has meaning and value. And you're going to put hashtag 1K in that. And that's going to get you qualified for this giveaway, which is happening on November 18th. As we kind of roll into the holidays, it'll be great for someone to get a nice business already up and running that can absolutely crush it. So what I want you guys to do is go to the link you see on the screen, go.dsc.com/funnel, type in password cash flow. Make sure you join our Facebook group, follow me on YouTube, set up your Facebook alerts, get ClickFunnels. Don't waste time. And by the way, one thing I didn't tell you is this Student Resource Center page closes down at midnight tonight. So you cannot come back and fumble through here all week. Midnight tonight, it closes down. We reopen it next Thursday. We do that because all of these businesses that I've built and these things that I'm sharing with you, they're for our community. And a lot of times we have people that send people to this page to get these assets that are not students of mine, and I don't like that, don't want that. So I lock it down. So you have until midnight tonight to do this, and that is it. Think about that. That's the window of time. Make sure that you take action and use the time that you have available right now to get these things done. So get your ClickFunnels trial set up. If you don't have it, you need these funnels. Download the funnels so you have everything so that we can connect it all together with these emails and turn you into an entire affiliate selling machine so that you have everything that you need to be successful, right? Everybody good with that? Just give me a big yes. All right. Awesome, awesome. Next week, I look forward to seeing these emails from you. We're going to spend the whole time going over these emails and picking out the best ones, buying some of these. So not only are you entered in to win a contest, but I mean, we're literally going to buy some of these, right? So we'll pick 10 people that we buy from. We'll buy it and spend $1,000, and we'll give these emails to the whole community. So everybody has tons of emails. It'd be 170 emails that you have access to pick and choose through so that you can now connect your business together. So if you're not here next week, you are going to miss out on a massive, massive opportunity, because we're going to be able to get you literally 170 emails by us investing in it, right? So make sure you do your homework, get your ClickFunnels trial set up right now if you don't have it. And of course, go to that link, go.bsc.com/funnel, type in the password cashflow, get this stuff done, do it tonight, do it before midnight, and I look forward to seeing you all next week. Listen, have a great weekend, have a safe weekend. Like I always say, do a little something this weekend that other people aren't doing. That's how you gain the edge. And having the edge and having that slight little edge over people is how you win when it comes to internet marketing and building your business online. So do what you need to do, and I look forward to seeing all of you right here, same place, same time next week on the Success Connection. Take care, everybody. Good night.